In Robinson Park in American Fork, Utah, stands a small monument to Utah County Deputy Sheriff Sergeant Corey Ride. Painted footsteps lead from the adjacent playground to the monument, which displays pictures of him as a child and as an adult. On January 30th, 2014, about 1 p.m., Sergeant Ride radioed to dispatch that he was stopping to check an abandoned vehicle on Highway 73 in Eagle Mountain, Utah. But the vehicle was not abandoned. Sergeant Ride was shot through the windshield. He died at the scene. Later that day, while pursuing the suspects, Deputy Greg Sherwood was shot and seriously wounded, but survived.
I dropped everything, I screamed, and I cried. But as I did that, I felt it's as if somebody put their hand over my heart, and I could hear Corey's voice in my head that said, "Whatever you do, don't be angry. Whatever you do, don't be angry."
They sent me over to my mom, and my mom told me again that the dad was dead, and I was like, there's no way. Like, where's his body? I need to be able to see him. I need to know where his body is. Like, I don't believe you. Like, this can't be happening.
Sergeant Ride had served for 19 years with the Utah County Sheriff's Office.
Corey was a good man. He was well loved by the people that he worked for. He did a lot of things for citizens that, officers do occasionally that are not part of the formal job description.
He would go to a domestic violence and see that there were no groceries, and so he would leave and bring back groceries to the families.
There's a lot of things like that happen day to day that it's not something that is in the news.
You gotta be passionate and love what you do and be willing to get involved with, anything that's thrown at you.
I remember the first year, I would cry and cry and cry and not know if he was gonna come home or not, or if I was gonna have a sheriff's deputy drive into our driveway and tell me that he had been killed.
Corey Ride was born in Monticello, Utah, and moved to American Fork at age 2. He graduated American Fork High School in the class of 1987. He enlisted in the Utah National Guard the following year, where he was the honor graduate in his class at the Military Intelligence School at Fort Huachuca, Arizona. He would serve in the Guard for 12 years. He served an LDS mission in New York City and on Bermuda, then returned home to graduate at the top of his police academy class. After working for the Utah Department of Corrections, he joined the Utah County Sheriff's Office in 1994. In 1995, 2 days before Christmas, he married Nanette. They raised 4 sons and a daughter on the family farm in Benjamin.
He was an awesome dad, and I saw that even more when I had my own kids, and I saw the type of grandfather he was and the caring person that he was.
And I know as they get older, their memories are gonna fade, and I want my children to explain to them how loved they were by him.
He just was always an example to me, and I loved him dearly.
On January 30th, the anniversary of Sergeant Ride's death, students from American Fork High School, joined by students from other schools, members of the community, and members of the Ride family, will gather near the American Fork Police Department for the Ride Memorial Walk. They will walk across Main Street to Robinson Park, where they will honor the brave men and women who served in law enforcement and the memory of Sergeant Corey Ride, with brief speeches and the ringing of a bell.
We love showing support for everyone who comes through here. If you come to American Fork, you're part of a family.
He gave his life and protecting my family and my sister and my mom and the people I truly care about. And I know because of officers like him, I can go to school and be safe, and I can go out into the community. And I know that there are people there, good people, that are going to protect me.
Visitors to the monument in Robinson Park read these words: "Boys play loudly at courage, conquering imaginary enemies in glorious battle. They do not know that when they are men and foes are real, their courage will likely be quiet and their glory too often found in ultimate sacrifice, willing but unsought. In the shadow of such sacrifice, it is for us, beyond our weeping, to remember the boy, honor the man, and forgive the foe.
Please join us on January 30th in American Fork
to honor and remember.
Come stand with us as we stand up together
For the men and women in law enforcement.